Hi Nadia, Chelsea here. First video I'm putting together for you. I'm going to split up some of the videos to make it a little easier for you to get what you're looking for at the time that you're looking to do it. So this first video is going to show you how to add blog posts and customize blog posts on your site. Now there are several different sort of factors to this, several different things you'll need to do when setting them up in the first place, but I'm going to do this with the Laugh at Your Own Risk article that I'm transferring over from your old site so that I can actually show you how to do this as I'm doing it. Oh, here I am. I'm going to find that article. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So we've got the title, the text. I'm just going to grab this text like this, and I'm going to go to your site. And at this point, I am already logged into your site. What's going to happen when I provide you with those login details is this is the very first thing that you're going to see is your backup site dashboard. So what to do for blog posts is to go into this little sidebar, which is going to have everything you need. Go to blog posts, or posts rather, add new. And then a page like this is going to pop up. You can ignore most of the stuff at the top. Here is where the title is going to go. So Laugh at Your Own Risk is the title. And then you'll see that it automatically creates a URL based on what I've kind of customized it to do. Right now, of course, it says CWDevel for your name. That will be replaced with lafamilytherapy.com. So all of that. And then what you see in bold is what that permalink or slug is going to read. It's going to customize based on whatever you have here. If it's a super long title and you want to cut out a couple of the ats and the ands and the small words, you can do that. And I think that would clean it up and make it look a little nicer. But for this purpose, for the most part, it's going to be fine. And the fact that this is only a few words long looks great. And then here is the body of the page where you're going to copy and paste your information from a Word document. So this came over automatically, this hyperlink, but I'm going to remove it so I can show you how to do that. So of course, anything you do within here, bold, italicize, numbers, quotations, you can customize this like you would a Word document, make things bold, make things italicized, split things up into paragraphs just by doing this. So most of the time that's going to be pretty easy for you to customize. But I'm going to show you how to hyperlink this to the Psychology Today article that you're referencing. So I'm going to pull that up. It's taking a moment, but I'm going to copy the URL in full here. And I'm going to go back here. I'm going to highlight the words that I want to be hyperlinked to that site. And I'm going to go to this little link thing that says Insert Edit Link. And you're going to see a box that pops up like this. Go to this little wheel. It's going to be easier that way. And then you can paste in the URL where you want it referenced. If you want to change the text that's clicked on, so for example, if you didn't want article here and just have read be the word, you can delete and customize there. And something I highly recommend is to click the open link in a new tab, especially when you're linking off of your site and onto a completely new site. You don't want people to totally leave your site. You'd rather have somebody have a new pop-up window here so they can easily access your site because they're also still on it. So they won't have a high bounce rate by clicking off of it. So clicking there is really important. Now, if you wanted to link this to the depression page, for example, so something on your actual site, you'd go through the same process, but instead of pasting in a link here, you can search for existing pages. So let's say depression. Here you go. You can link to this depression counseling page. You can link to your teen therapy page, your counseling for women page, this blog post, for example. So you have options here where you can click that and you'll see it changes the link up there. We don't want that though. We want it to link to here. And we want it to open up in a new window and we want that text to be linked. So we're going to click add and there you go. It's on there. So that's the first step of actually adding that content to site. Then you're going to go down this way and here in this box, you'll see your categories. So in this case, I'm going to say that this is about depression. So I'm going to click depression counseling as a category. Now, if this was about depression and also about parenting, you can click multiple categories and then pick whichever one you think is the most primary of the categories. The way that I have it customized is your sidebar on those specialty pages will show this article if you click the accompanying category. So whether you pick 3 or just 1, this article will show up on the sidebar of both the parenting and the depression page. I'm just going to keep it depression for now. You're more than welcome to come back through all of these blog posts and update that later. And that's where you'll do that. Down here is where you customize title and meta information. So it's going to default, but if you click on here, you see that you've got the option here to customize your own language. And this is what it's going to look like in a search engine. So what you're doing here is customizing what this title looks like when people search and find this article, as well as what this text looks like. So that's what you're doing here in this box. So here's the title. What you see is that I've created the title, the name of your practice, and the location of your practice. Now you'll see that it ranges from red to orange, or I'm sorry, from orange to green. And then if you go over too many characters, it's going to turn orange. That means that you have too many characters. There is sort of a character limit here. That being said, if you have a longer title than laugh at your own risk for your blog post, then either cut out LA Family Therapy or Beverly Hills or both if necessary, so that you're not going over the character limit. And you'll see here how it shows you this sort of ... showing you that there's too many, and it looks sloppy to have characters running out. So just customize it based on there. And then meta description, in the same way, it has a limit of characters. I usually just pick something that I think is relatively telling from the article, or maybe something a little bit more unique. You'll see this is too many characters. So maybe I'll write here is, read this enticing article from Bird of LA Family Therapy in Beverly Hills, California. So, you can pick anything from this article. So something that's relevant, and I recommend getting it so that it's to the orange mark instead of, to the green mark instead of the orange. Okay, and then couple more things. There's always more things. Right here over in the sidebar, you'll see featured images. So you'll want to set a featured image 1, and that's the image that comes up at top and is customized, so every blog post has that one top image. When you click on that, you'll arrive on your media library where you'll see all of the images on your site all together in one place. To upload a new one, click Upload Files, and then drag and drop a new photo image to your site. Now, for example, I'm going to add this one to your site, but if you go here, I've just opened it in an image file preview. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. Go to Tools, Adjust Size. You'll see that it's 16,000 pixels by 1,200 pixels. That's way larger than you need, and it's going to take up a lot of space in the back of your site if you upload such a big image. So my recommendation is to change it to something much smaller, 400 by 302. That's a great size. So I'm going to say, okay, I've sized it down, and then I'm going to retitle it something relevant to the post. So couple stands outside of heart. So something relevant, because that's going to help with alt text, which I'll show you in a moment. So once I've saved that, I'm going to upload it. You'll see it load. The title will come up here once it's loaded. Sometimes it takes a moment. There you are. And it comes automatically with a caption sometimes, depending on the image you've purchased. What I'm going to do is remove the caption and put it in alt text. Alt text is great for SEO. It also serves for blind readers this is what is read in that image space to tell them what they're looking at. So it should be incredibly descriptive, which the captions that come with a lot of the purchased images already are. So that's why I just copied it there. I'm going to set it as the featured image. And then very final thing, if you wanted to customize the sidebars, because this one is about depression, instead of the default blog page sidebar, I want the one that has the depression free report on there. So I'm going to go to the very bottom of the page where you see options here. I'm going to go to sidebars, and I'm going to look for depression blog posts. That's the one I've customized for you. And then finally, when everything's set, you can schedule when you want to broadcast it. You can broadcast it immediately, however you want to play that. You just push publish, and then it's up on your site. It takes a moment. I, of course, will go back and remove that image and place it in the right place since it's not for this blog post. But those are all the steps. I'm going to view the post really quickly. You see the image, you see the text. It automatically has related based on the category that you chose. It has the sidebar that has the free report on there, as well as some of the other sidebar information included. So there you go. That's how you do it. I know it's quite a few steps, but once you get used to all the different things to customize, it doesn't take too long. It's pretty seamless. All right. Thank you so much.